is Alex Bridges. I'm 24 years old, and this is my 1995 BMW 325i. I originally bought this car in 2011. It was my first car. I wanted a manual convertible car. I didn't really care what it was. I was actually looking at more Mustangs and Camaros, but over there they were a little bit more money at the time, the one I wanted. So my brother sent me a link to this one right behind me, and we checked it out and we purchased it the next day after. It's been 9 years, so it's been quite a long time, and I still have it. When I looked at the listing, it was located in Alabama, Foley, Alabama, and we lived in Pensacola, Florida at the time. But that didn't matter. It was only an hour drive. So then we moved here in 2012 actually, 2013, my senior year in high school. And I brought the car here, of course. This is my only car. I was high school. You're broke when you're high school. You don't have money. So my first modification on the car, as any young teenager would do, was wheels and a eBay lip. I think the next thing I did after that was I put subwoofers in the car and a head unit. I think that's like the quintessential first few things you do when you first purchase a car, when you're trying to, I guess, modify it. I don't remember what was the next step. I just know I didn't modify the car for a while after that, and then I think a year or two later I just decided to buy coilovers, and it just one thing led to another. I bought coilovers, then I bought a hard top, and then after I bought the hard top I bought a supercharger. Yeah, so I spent quite a bit of money. I was going through a phase in my life, I think, but you know, it's part of being a car enthusiast, so I enjoy it, so that's what makes me happy. This has the engine from the M3 of this generation. So the M3 is I guess the top of the line performance model of the BMW model of this lineup. I blew up the original engine a long time ago, and then I swapped in an M3 engine, and I believe I got the engine for $1,000, and then I didn't have a place to do it at the time, so I actually had someone else swap it for like $5, so it's like $1,500 total, which is not bad. It's really cheap. Originally my car was black. What happened was, when I got coilovers and I got better fitting wheels, I had someone roll the fenders, and I didn't know at the time, he didn't know. When you roll the fenders, what that is, you're basically, pulling out the arch so you can fit wider wheels on it. And basically the quarter panel, bloop, rust popped out. And so what I did there was I got flares, and the paint never looked as good after because I didn't actually take care of it. So what I did was I wrapped it. I wrapped it blue. It was my first time wrapping a car. I think that's probably the most popular color. I mean, not popular color. It's the color that this car is most well known for, I would say. People always recognize it by being, oh, that blue E36 hardtop or M3 or turbo or whatever. And anyways, I had it wrapped for blue for like a year and a half. I didn't have a garage at the time, so I would wrap the car. I used to work at Advanced Auto Parts, like my second job ever, and after work I would just go at the back, wrap the car there, go to my brother's house, wrap the car there, any place that I could plug in a heat gun, and because you need a heat gun to wrap a car. Any place I could do that with, use that, I would do that. So it took me a while. It took me a month to do it, but I got it done. Now, as you can see, it's not blue anymore. I decided to paint it purple after I just wanted to try it. When I wrapped it, I mean, I was fine with how it looked, but I always just wanted to actually paint a car. And as most people know, I am kind of cheap, so I decided to do it myself. It took me a while, prepping and all that stuff, and I had to research a lot, but I ended up going with this color. I wanted purple, just because I didn't know why, honestly. I just wanted purple. So this is the purple that you see in like the Dodge Hellcat and, you know, the Mopar stuff. And there you go. There she is after, I think, 2 months of labor. The diffuser, at the time, people were charging, I think 3 or 4 years ago when I first made my first edition, people wanted $400 for them. And I know for a fact that you could easily make this by yourself at home for like $100. You just need to, you know how to do it and have the tools to do it. So I think that's pretty much it. Really, it's really not that difficult. This one is made with Alumilite, which is a sheet metal construction with like cardboard. Not cardboard, sorry. It's a sheet metal construction with like plastic in the center. It's really, really sturdy. It's what track guys use. I mean, that's pretty much, you get it a big sheet and you just cut it with an angle grinder and you shape it and buy L brackets, bolt it up. It's super easy and costed like $200 total, $150. Yeah, pretty much everything on here I did myself, and it took me a while to get to this point. Obviously, when I first was into cars, I was scared to work on cars. I didn't have all the tools. I was scared, like, what if something breaks? What if I didn't do it right? And I think everyone is. You just have to get past that point, you know. And after that, you're just golden.